My name is Kenneth Monteiro. I'm the Dean of the College of Ethnic Studies. I also hold the position of full professor of psychology here at San Francisco State. Personally, I'm a second generation West African. I'm a Cape Verdean American. My grandparents were born on those islands, and my parents were the first generation that received formal education, and my generation is the first to receive a college education. I'm often asked why people would engage in civic or community action. For me as a person and as a psychologist, I wonder why people wouldn't. Engaging with my neighbor, engaging in an institution that's supposed to be there to serve us, makes me more whole. Most important reasons for people to engage in civic action is that they come together, or I might come together, with another person or another agency that values the same thing and wants to make something better. It's important for us to ask the question, whose interests are being served? Everyone's interests can be engaged as long as everyone's interests are, they don't have to be the same interests, but they need to do no harm and they need to be mutually supportive. And so engaged teaching and learning occurs when both, I shouldn't say both, when all parties who come to the teaching learning situation have already started planning, practicing, bringing to bear their best, and then challenging everyone in the table. And you're not asking who's the teacher, who's the student, who's the community member who's not part of the class because they're not on the enrollment, but did everybody bring to bear their talents and their resources and then critically engage each other? Are we following a path because someone else did it, or are we willing to pave a new path with each other? When I think about what a civically engaged institution looks like, the first is that it has leadership at the institution that sits regularly and engages regularly and thinks regularly with the leadership of other community institutions, whether they're governmental or civic, always asking, what are the needs of our common community? Two, a civically engaged institution generously, without harming itself, offers its resources, whether those resources are knowledge, building spaces, its political impact. It offers those as solutions. A civically engaged institution has incorporated into its leadership advice from constituents. And a civically engaged institution also gives no excuses to its constituents. It tries to have a higher expectation of itself as well as its community. When I want to go out and encourage engaged learning and civic engagement, I've got to first ask, am I modeling it? Am I doing it? I want to really feel and refine a form of engagement where we can be a holistic unit, but at the moment when we're supposed to be the one who steps forward first, we can do that knowing that we're doing it on behalf of the common interest because we've all hashed it out. We've all sat with one another. I'd like to have that common sense of leadership come out of community engagement, where we get better and better at knowing that every one of us who walks in has different but an equal impact on what's going to happen next. My name is Kenneth Monteiro. I'm the Dean of the College of Ethnic Studies. I also hold the position of full professor of psychology here at San Francisco State.